So my people, man, Grand Rising. Y'all know we back with another one. Happy Friday. We got another banger, another video, man, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in. Again, I'm gonna say that every single time, so y'all know I'm truly grateful. And if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. If you like this type of content, man, and go ahead and hit that bell so you always notified, man. Every time we drop an upload, I drop an upload at least like I try to do like 2 to 3 times a week. Lately, we've been coming with every day of the week. So, I ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. It's your boy Q. Let's get right into it, man.
We have the Chicago World Fair of 1893. And all this is built on just under 700 acres. All these buildings, which are huge and beautiful, things we cannot build today. And we were on horse and buggy back then. How we did this, I have no idea. And then after the World Fair, shortly after, it somehow, I believe, burnt down. And they had them in St. Louis and Philadelphia and all these World Fairs with all these extravagant buildings, which we have no idea how they were built, and they were all destroyed in every single town, which is weird. Let's look at more. Now look at this architecture. We were riding horse and buggy. We cannot build this stuff today. You see the crap we build nowadays? Big square buildings. Square high rises. Look at the detail in that work. Let's look at some more. Check that out. This is 1893. And there is electricity in all of this as well. This thing was lit up like a Christmas tree. Here goes our little god, whatever one they want to worship. It's like I don't know which one that is. I'm not too good with my gods. I only know one right above us. But look at this. Look how big this building is. All of this was built in like less than a year for this World Fair, and then it was destroyed. Is the story that they're telling you. There's a lot more to our history that they are not telling us. Let's look at some more. Look at this stuff. Literally built this to have it standing for like 6 months for it to be destroyed. That is an incredible piece of work. So this is why I don't trust our schooling, our NASA, our government. Why was something this beautiful built to stand for 6 months for a World Fair and then destroyed? And all the other ones around the world were destroyed as well. That makes no sense. I don't know what happened because it's not in our history, but this is something to question. Check it out.
I've been seeing videos about the Chicago World Fair a lot, and they said that's what 1893. And if I'm not mistaken, I seen another video with they saying that electricity was like pretty much a natural resource and it was free, and they was using it that way. And they was using it in buildings as well. But my question is, why would they want to wipe that from history? So why would we go from buildings like that to high rises? Why would we do that? I mean, I would think it'd be control, like they trying to control. I don't know. But I also heard it was well, I don't want to say a race of people, but it was like a certain people who built those or something like that. But I'm gonna do my research on that one because that one interesting. And I wish that the world could look like that rather than the way it looks now, in my opinion. But I don't know. We cram people up. It seemed like when we put them high rises, like how New York is, like, yeah, it seemed like how San Francisco is a city. So it's like everything's crammed together. You got people shoulder to shoulder. But like, I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. That's my take on that one.
Let's talk about digital ID. You know, we've all had those people that when you mention it, they say, bro, everything's already digital. You do your bank What's the big deal? And that's exactly how the system has brainwashed you to think about it. Because the truth is, it's much more than just your identification that's going down digitally. It means that they're going to get rid of the entire monetary system as we know it and replace it with digital currency, meaning 100% control. So when they start pushing the climate change bullshit, and you go to the butcher and would like to buy a little too much steak to fill your freezer, they're just going to tell you that red meat increases your carbon footprint too much and you're not allowed to do that. Next thing you know, poof, you can't access your funds. Maybe you want to put gas in your car twice in a week. Nope, not going to allow you to do that shit either. So this is the entire problem that we've been trying to explain to you about digital ID, because we all know that it is just the start to something really fucking sinister. This would be the birth of full society control worldwide. Immediately after that comes your social credit score. Then what are you going to do? All you have to do is have an opinion and they just shut everything off. Just like that, you no longer exist. We can't feed you, nor your kids, or your family. Please smarten up. And believe me, the terms and conditions that you'll have to follow to get yourself out of the hole, promise you will fucking suck. For all those who don't see this as a big problem, give your head a shake. Wake the fuck up.
I think 2020 led us into the route we want now.
You're not going to go anywhere until I show you something. He played some videos that showed clearly hidden cameras in different locations with extremely prominent people being videotaped having sex with minors. The most prominent one that stood out to me, besides Bill Clinton and all that, when I saw Hillary Clinton involved with 3 underage females, I couldn't believe it. I saw Prince Andrew. There's key clips clearly showing the face of the people and what they were doing for like 5 minutes, and then another one, and then another one. It was like a montage.
Damn, this shit get deep, bro. Wicked, nasty.
I'll give you a little advanced warning. There's going to be a flying saucer crash on Hollywood Boulevard. What concerns me is a future false flag. All I got to do is make a hologram projection appear over a city, and it would look like a scene from Independence Day where you have a huge craft hanging over the city, and people might say, please, government, take the last of my liberties so you can protect me.
That's what they want, huh?
This.
Hey, bro, I'm just going to tell y'all now, I be seeing some of the comments, people be talking about there is no oppressors and there ain't people controlling. All right, bet. Then you go pull all them chemtrails out the sky. If that's the case, then you go stop some of these foods from looking fake that we be seeing on social media and stuff like that. If we not being controlled and ain't nobody controlling that, then you start doing it, bro. You make sure we eat right. You make sure the chemtrails ain't in the sky. And stop watching our videos then. Stop watching this community, because we clearly got people who trying to control everything we do. Something simple is when your cell phones go off with them infrared lights or whatever, when it keep flashing, but you can only see it through an infrared camera or something like that. Bro, explain all that. Explain all that. Explain why we went through what we went through in, 3 years ago. Explain all that, bro. Explain it. And if you can, I might listen to you. If whoever watching this and y'all disagree and say we not being controlled, because I've seen that before and it's pissing me off every time y'all say that, because it's like, bro, go live your world. Go live in the world you live in. But don't come over here trying to disrupt what we got going on. Stay into the matrix or stay into that lifestyle you live, bro. But stop trying to come over here and tell us what we need to believe and what we don't believe. If you don't believe in what we believe in, bro, move around. Go watch something else. Go do something else with your time, bro. Like, straight up. I'm tired of seeing that, because stuff like that is like, bro, we really being toyed with, bro. We really being toyed with, straight up.
Don't make sense. You're trying to tell me that they built this in 3 years, and after 6 months, they ripped it down.
Damn,
so for the people that don't know what this is, the Chicago's World Fair in 1893 was one of the city's most famous and infamous events, often called the fair that changed America. Now, why would you call something that? 27 million people went to this event to see elevators, the zip-up, Cracker Jacks, the Ferris wheel, the first voice recording. The first voice recording. What? They even had a giant golden statue. Some people say it was gold plated, some people say it was solid gold, and some people say it was just fake. So the mainstream narrative says they built all of this just to host a fair, a bit like Disneyland. That don't look like the Disneyland to me. They're saying that it wasn't solid brick. It was only like plastering. That don't look like plastering to me. That looks like stone. 690 acres of land. They said it would take 2 weeks just to walk around and look at every exhibit. 2 weeks. They nicknamed this the White City because of how bright the electric lights shine at night. Don't these buildings look familiar? You see these buildings all over the world. This is the construction work of the Tatorian Empire.
Tatorian
and that is the
Empire.
real reason why they ripped these buildings down.
Tatorian Empire. I remember that one, man.
I'll make this video for the people that don't know who this is, and especially our women that decide to worship the wrong people. I know y'all heard the story about how the way she shapeshifted in front of a lot of people, and then as you can read, her official world website posted this right here, as you see behind me. This is what it says up close, as y'all see right here in the bold statement. It says, earlier this week, the Queen was seen by thousands of people in a form they're not acquainted with. We seek to assure the public that the Queen is still a queen and remains a respected and loved figure that they always have known. While she may not be human, she is a devoted leader and monarch, and she believes the subjects will grow to accept her and her family for what they are. Just think about that. Well, I've been telling y'all this whole time. And of course, you got Putin right here, and we already see what's happening right now with Putin. I mean, just think about this. Read this. Look how the way she literally touched this man. Like, he don't even want to be nowhere near around her. If you ever look at any of those meetings that you see all the world leaders in, he's always on the other side of the room. Like, this is real. This is serious. And Putin is obviously, he may not be in this group with these people. Hence this war and everything going on. This is why. But take time and read this. So yeah, I'm about to add a video to this explaining how much power she really has, and it's going to blow y'all mind. But it shouldn't surprise y'all if y'all accept who she really is.
The media has misled the public into believing that Queen Elizabeth II is a symbolic ceremonial figurehead with little or no real power. That she is a cold but harmless old relic who passes her time sipping tea at the palace. Nothing could be further from the truth. As British monarch, Queen Elizabeth II is the wealthiest, most powerful person on earth. She embodies the crown and supreme world power. Presidents of the United States are forbidden any title of nobility and are subservient to the monarch. The U.S. President is Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces based at Camp David, which is known to insiders as Camp King David. Prime ministers in Commonwealth nations like Canada and Australia are also subservient representatives of the British king or queen. They are her spokesmen. The Governor-Generals of the Queen's Commonwealth nations represent and exercise the Queen's power on her behalf. What the general public doesn't realize is that their leaders are only representatives of the monarch and do not possess the power. They exercise the power. They do not reign, they rule.
I heard this thing that Queen Elizabeth wears those gloves at the time when she was supposed to be alive. She holds those she wears those gloves because she's a shapeshifter, so she can't hold form. She's losing form. Like, her body can't hold form anymore. That's what I heard. I heard that a minute ago, years ago. But I also want to tell y'all about, if I'm not mistaken, the 13 orphans that went missing from Canada that ended up at her palace and don't nobody know where they at. I think that's the story. I'm not sure. Y'all let me know for sure. Some of this stuff, bro, I swear I be on like just a day where I just go searching through stuff. And sometimes I pick up the whole story, sometimes I don't. Now I tell y'all, I'm not sure if that's the whole story. I'm not sure. I started searching something else. I got distracted and started looking into something else. But if y'all know what I'm talking about, man, y'all let me know. But yeah, that's my take on Queen Elizabeth. If she was the queen of where y'all live currently, I pray for y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Let me know how that experience was when y'all was, you know, coming up in that area that she once ruled.
Here's what to do if you ever observe a nuclear explosion. After the bomb has been detonated, it will form what is known as a mushroom cloud. And the size of this mushroom cloud is what you will use to determine whether or not you are safe where you're standing. This is called the rule of thumb for nuclear explosions. Let's say you observe the explosion out of your window. What you're supposed to do is take your thumb and hold it over the mushroom cloud. If your thumb completely covers the mushroom cloud, then you are safe. But if not, run for your life.
Shit, interesting. Didn't know that.
Right where, Tori? Is that it, Tori?
I don't know if I believe that one.
If only they let me share this video right now. They muted the sound. Have y'all heard?
So, about 2 weeks ago, I met a man who had gone to prison for hacking. And he kind of shared with me that he has now been contracted by the Federal Reserve to consult on the rollout of the digital dollar. And what they decided to do was allocate $500 million in digital currency and give $100 a month to people who live in the projects for the next 2 years. And the thought process behind this is if black people can learn how to use the digital dollar, then they'll roll it out to the rest of the world. Because they know that in order for something to reach mass adoption, the black community has to adopt it.
Let me explain something to y'all, man. Whatever you want to refer to yourself as, black, African American, whatever, that's besides the point of what I'm about to say. If you are, we're just going to say black or African American. We're going to keep it general right now. If you black or African American, they refer to us as liquid currency. So, with that being said, the dollar don't last that long in our community. They know that we gonna be quick to go spend that on some Jordans, some jewelry, a new iPhone, a new Benz, stuff like that. Meaning the money, it's like liquid, it's like water. They just pour water in your hand and go in and straight to the bottom. Gone. Only difference is they hand right at the bottom, and they probably taking all that right back. Cause every liability that you spending, every liability that you spending your money on, they getting that back because they own that liability. But if you invest that money into an asset, it's most likely going to come back to you as a stream of income, and you can use that to do more with it. But they know the tricks behind that. They're more, not all of them, and not all of us is illiterate to finances and how financial freedoms and how money works. We not all dumb to that, but as a collective, together, a lot of us don't know that. A lot of my family don't know how money works. Me and my sister breaking that chain, but it take a hell of a lot of struggle, and it's gonna take a lot. We've been doing it for a long time, and we still not wealthy yet. So, with that being said, is yeah, what she's saying, it go hand in hand, and it's like we got to start asking ourselves how we gonna fix that, and yeah. Why is it so hard for us to not fix? I mean, there's a million different reasons behind that, you know, but that's my take. On to the next one.
What in the heart of the beast is this shit? What in the heart of the beast is this shit? What in the heart of the beast is this shit? What in the heart of the beast is this shit?
Shadow? Where are the clouds? Where are the clouds?
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Important video. The guy behind the camera, Dylan, my son, he said, Dad, you have to check these earphones that everybody's wearing, right? The wireless earphones, everyone's wearing them, not just kids today, but adults as well. And here's one of my son's good friends, who I saw these in your ears all the time. Yeah. Alright, now, before this test that we're going to do, I'm sure, glad you've heard us say, those things are bad for you. My kids probably told you that, but you're still wearing them.
Yeah.
Okay, but after seeing what we're going to show them, it changed your mind, right?
Yeah.
Alright, hopefully it changes yours as well. Look, EMF is not something new. Everyone's talking about electromagnetic frequencies. One thing we know about electromagnetic frequency is distance is the killer. Meaning, I can put a phone here, and yes, it's putting out electromagnetic frequency, but it's when it comes here is when we know we get cellular damage, and the damage is, bad for the brain, and it causes problems. Many people are using these thinking, okay, my phone is further away, but obviously it's giving a signal from your phone that's being picked up by the wireless headset, and that, in fact, is the problem with the EMF. But again, we have to show it to you. So let's just get right at it. Okay, so I'm looking at these readings right now, and Dylan, let's just show point. Okay, so hold on. His phone came near me. You can't do that because literally it picked up his phone. I was okay, back here now. He went away. I'm 0.03. You can't see that. 0.02, which is a very safe level. As Dylan came up to me, actually, it went to 0.1, 0.3. Okay, so you can see it rose up. 0.3. Now, cellular damage starts at 0.5. That's not my opinion. That's the science. So let's do the study, Vlad. Let's connect your music to that. Okay, you're playing. Okay. So now I'm going to bring this in to here. 1.9, 1.7, 2.3, 2.9, 3.4, 3.8, 4.6, 4. You see what's happening here? 0.5 is the damage point of DNA in cells, and yet he's far beyond that point. And again, I'm picking that up in between his phone, and especially right here, it's at the highest, right at the, look at that, 15, 17, 20, it's surging even higher right now. I mean, that's amazing numbers right there as far as when you understand what that's doing to his cells and his brain. Okay, now, let's for fun, let's compare wire. Let's do the old-fashioned state. Let's take a measure of this now. Same song. 0.03, 0.0, Dylan came close with his phone, 0.1, 0.2, still under 0.5, still hearing the same music. Okay.
Shout out to one of the supporters in this community, man. You jumped in the comments and you told me, bro, protect my dome because the AirPods be doing a lot. And I was wearing my AirPod in the video, so I appreciate it, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and give you some respect. You came through before I even came across this video, and you had me thinking about it, bro, since you put that in the comments. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you your respect. You had me shook for a minute because I love my AirPods, G. I do. I love them. They so convenient. But yeah, I got you. I got the message.
So you guys ever wonder why we can't go to Antarctica? This is why.
So, which is initiated by the Draco reptilians as far back as 6,000 years ago.
The reptilians really came into control and started to be able to manipulate what was going on the face of the planet about 6,000 to 7,000 years ago. It's true that they have different masking technologies to be able to be in a room that look like a human. But usually they're in underground bases in various places on the globe, as well as in a huge area in Antarctica. The southeast region has a large number of underground caverns that are kept extremely warm, too warm for humans by geothermal heat. It's a perfect place for all of these.
Damn, I figured I knew they was down there. Now, how in the hell you gonna explain that to the damn insurance company? Bro, really? What hit you? You better hope you got that on camera. And I'm willing to bet, bro, that cheap ass insurance company still ain't gonna give you nothing for something like that, even if you showed them video footage of that. I can't see it happening because they ain't got no footage. There ain't no proof that a car even hit you, bro. And that's the whole point behind insurance. Now, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. Y'all don't even know.
Bro, what is in the sky? Look at this shit.
I can tell you about that now. Those are Anunnaki spaceships. Y'all think those are just anomalies in the sky? Oh, those lights look pretty. Nah, that's Anunnaki spacecrafts. They're made out of light. Most people were waiting on the Anunnaki to be here in December. They already here, y'all. They've been on the planet cooling. Some of them just chilling, waiting on the time. It's like I guess an energetic time when they come. They could show up anytime, to be honest with you. When people giving you dates, even me, I'm like, they can show up right now and be like, what's up? Whenever you see those aren't just rainbows. Rainbows are portals, energetic pathways. Like I told you, imagine a door. Boom. They already here. They here to stop all that foolery these people been doing for so long. They finna get this business. I'm not gonna put all my faith in one being, but I'm gonna just say, shit finna change. Shit finna change.
Shit finna change. I ain't never seen no lights like that before.
Bro, what is in the sky? Look at this shit.
Look dope though. Don't look like no rainbow.
Yo, what the fuck is this in the sky? You got a big storm? That shit trippy.
When white people came to Africa, they came showing themselves as superior to the black people, digging out things that black people taught them. You know, what we don't have in our history books is that the civilization we have in Europe today was brought to us by black people. Even black people don't know that. Even many black people don't know that. They don't know that the Moors, they were West Africans and North Africans and Central Africans that came to Europe and ruled Spain. They brought civilization to us. They showed us how to use soap, how to be clean, how to behave like a decent human being, you know? All these things we didn't know that before the Moors brought civilization to Spain. Did you know that the Moors ruled in Spain for 700 years? Where is that in our history books? It's nowhere to be found. Because why? If you are giving black people that power of having once ruled over white people, wouldn't black people start like...
My family don't know that history. I know that, but some of them don't know.
There's much more to Antarctica than the public is being told. They claim that top governments worldwide know exactly what's going on there, but they haven't disclosed it until now. Possibly an entire continent below Antarctica's ice. Could this be Atlantis? Some theorists even believe that an ancient civilization that once fell actually lives and inhabits the continent below the ice. This is what essentially attracted the larger world governments to Antarctica, to see if they couldn't find this alleged continent. But why would this important discovery be kept top secret from the public? Well, many believe it's because of a discovery that Russia supposedly made back in the early 2000s. In the early 2000s, a Russian scientific expedition made an amazing discovery. After drilling 2,000 meters into the ice shelf, they'd break into a cavern and discover freshwater lakes. And much to their surprise, these lakes were not frozen. It was essentially fresh water that had been isolated down there for what they believed to be 10 million years. So after making the discovery of the freshwater lakes, the scientists decided that they wanted to set up an expedition to drill down to the largest of the lakes, Lake Vostok. It's said that this borehole took over 10 years to dig, and now it's fitted with an elevator that you can take all the way down. This elevator would take 8 scientists down to the lakes to verify their existence. But little did these scientists know, they were about to embark on an expedition that could cost them their lives. Shortly after they began exploring the lake, they would have a run-in with an organism known as Organism 46B. Organism 46B was very similar to that of an octopus, except it was much more lethal. It said it had a venom that could paralyze its prey for up to 150 feet. Then, it would rip them apart at its leisure. And 46B did just this to one of their colleagues while they were diving in the lake. They said that though it is just like an octopus, it is actually much larger and has 14 legs. It's believed that 46B has some traits of the mimic octopus from the Indo-Pacific, except 46B could actually take its shapeshifting to another level. One crew member found this out the hard way.
Operation Sunshine. That's back when they didn't know what the human flesh would react to atomic bombs. So they had to take babies and other dead bodies. And they didn't tell the public either, but a lot of them were babies. And they put them all lined up close to the edge of where they were going to drop an atomic bomb. And then they would go back after the bomb has exploded to see how bad it melted the flesh. And it's called Project Sunshine. People should check it out. It's pretty crazy. They finally told people what happened. But yeah, a lot of the people that buried their babies and loved ones, the government just came and took all their bodies and used them for tests.
Damn. I don't even know why I'm surprised.
Yo, I got a treat for y'all today. Let's get it. Cat Williams himself is one of the most, if not the most, woke person in the industry. I've just recently seen videos of Cat Williams speaking in an interview. Y'all see these 2 interviews that he took place in? You'll start to see what I'm talking about. Not everyone can comprehend what he's trying to get at, but the people who know. I stand on what I say when I mean by far, he is one of the more woke people in the industry. Similar to Jim Carrey, who is also very, very woke. People see these two as a bit off or screw loose or crazy. When you're someone who looks deep into the rabbit hole, that's what they often think about you. Or portray you as. But it's only because you know the truth. Take a look at the first interview.
Any idea who shot Suge?
I'm pretty sure Suge knows who shot Suge.
Yeah.
So when he comes out of sedation, I'm sure anybody who gets shot will tell you who shot them, right?
Yeah.
But if the police say nobody shot him, I believe nobody shot him. And if nobody shot him, that's the same nobody that shot Tupac. And if nobody shot Tupac, it's the same nobody that shot MLK. And if nobody shot him, that's the same person that shot Malcolm X too. It's a lot of nobodies out there, and nobody minds if nobody comes up missing, right? That don't bother nobody, does it? Certainly doesn't bother.
That video alone is enough proof to justify how well aware that Cat Williams is of what's going on in the world. He knows. In the second interview, which is much more recent, Cat Williams explains what he thinks is happening with these rappers and them dying early. Now, him and a lot of other people have been saying that they believe that the music industry and these labels have been plucking off at their artists, the life insurance policies. And when you look back at the amount of rappers, especially famous ones that have died just at a young age out of nowhere, something that could have been completely avoided, it do start to make sense. Now let's take a look at the second video.
See, what I'm saying is, in business, nothing is coincidental, or you would be hearing who's losing money. In all of these situations, it's only the artist that's losing. Somebody makes big money. When these rappers get killed, not incidental. Somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew. Don't have to validate none of their contracts. Now only got to deal with the mama. Only got to see her once a year, and it's over. And the money, he goes up and up and up. So they killed this $20 million guy, but they reaped $60 million in benefits. Wow. And they had some people from your city do it. Wow. I'm saying there's the good side and the bad side of these businesses.
Now, let me know what y'all think in the comments about Cat Williams.
You guys want to jump down a hole?
Cat Williams discussing what goes on in the industry. Somebody jumped in the comments and said I need to do a video alone based off what I've seen in the music industry. I give y'all a sneak peek, man. I went to a party. Put it like that. I went to a party. It was some people in that party. Some names in that party. Big names in that party. So I'm all hyped, bro. Like, oh yeah, we about to rock out. I'm about to have fun. I'm about to get rich. I'm about to be famous. This is my mindset. I'm like 23. Yeah, I'm about 23 years old at the time. In order to get into the party, it's like a swingers type party. Like everybody there brings somebody with you and y'all swing. But instead of just swinging one way, they want me to look up Panda with Orlando Brown. They want me to do that. I'm not trying to say too much where the video, you know, I get in trouble for the video and stuff like that. They just want me to do things that I'm not willing to receive. They want me to accept things that I'm not willing to receive. They want me to do things that just isn't me, not my lifestyle. Not to mention the music that I make. They wanted me to make more gang music. They want me to express drug use and selling drugs and stuff like that. And yeah, I will put some of that in my music here and there, or discussing where I grew up and things of that nature. But that's not my main focus. My main thing isn't to talk about that. And I was raised by my OGs, and my OGs was like, that's not how you move. Whatever you do, you don't talk about it. Whatever you did, you don't talk about it. You discuss it briefly, and that's it. But yes, I seen some things in that party that I was not willing to be a part of. When I went and did my show the next night, top 4 or top 3 winners got prizes and awards and things like that. And there was some artists who won that night, and they winning right now in the industry. And me, I came in like, what, 6th place, 7th place or something. I was right there, but I knew they wasn't gonna give it to me, and I lost. But I was cool with it. And then I got a call the next day, and dude wanted me to do some work with him, but I was straight. Do I think that's part of the reason why I lost? Yeah. Do I still get opportunities based off not having to do all of that? Yeah, I still got a lot of opportunities, but there's certain opportunities where people didn't close the door on me because they ain't forgot. And I'm still the same person, and I've grown even more, and it's been years now. I'm not selling nothing for no money or for that clout that people can get, for that name and fame. I'm straight, bro. I'm good. I'll take it the independent route, and I do it that way. But yeah.
With me, it's fucking wild, and Trump is involved. The federal government was caught buying fresh flesh of aborted babies who could have survived as preemies. Last week, legal accountability group Judicial Watch released a lengthy report indicating that the U.S. government buys and traffics fresh aborted baby parts, according to the Federalist. Some may not like this source, but I'm going to show you some left-wing media covering this topic as well. These body parts, purchased by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to humanize mice and test biological drugs in scientific experiments, came from babies up to 24 weeks old gestation, just weeks from being born. It has previously been reported that abortion groups harvested aborted babies for research. However, this new report has sparked outrage amongst Americans upon the revelation that the U.S. government is the entity responsible for the tracking of the aborted babies. Recent emails uncovered by Judicial Watch between FDA employees and the California-based Advanced Bioresearch Resources prove the agency spent tens of thousands of dollars buying aborted babies for unethical scientific experiments between 2012 and 2018. In 2018, the Trump administration terminated the contract, halting government fetal tissue research due to concerns the contracts were unlawful. Here's some left-wing media talking about it. Trump administration cancels FDA fetal tissue contract. Now, I was just looking up information about how fetal tissue is in our food, and I was going to make a video on it, but I ran into this story, so I figured I should share it. Wild, bro. Wild.
Damn, fucking wicked-ass world.
You ever wonder why the Senate won't legalize cannabis despite the vast majority of Americans in favor of it? This is an old study, but it paints a pretty clear picture. This is a chart of how many fewer prescriptions doctors prescribed in states with medical cannabis laws. Big Pharma has a lot to lose. How long before the Senate chooses the people over their pocketbooks?
TikTok getting in now on the censorship game. The social media giant tied to communist China, as I just said, says it now is going to
team up with a government organization here in the United States. The goal, to fight harmful misinformation ahead of the November midterms. In a blog post, Ben, the company's head of the U.S. safety says the app will be labeling content related to the midterms. It also plans limiting political posts that cannot be substantiated and may ban some users. So they're going to be fact checkers over at that TikTok place. A new study shows TikTok gathers and gives away more user data than any other platform.
TikTok is gigantic, and it's a gigantic problem. It's something that is run out of communist China and prioritizes the things that they would like for American eyeballs to see, eyeballs around the world to see. And I think that what we've learned in the past year really is that TikTok cannot be trusted when it comes to the way that they work and alter the way that especially young people in America, especially young women in America, are being affected by their product. I think that this is something that requires more government attention. I do think that TikTok represents a real danger to us here in America, allowing this kind of propaganda in. We never saw anything like this during the Cold War in the Soviet Union. They never had the ability to reach into your house and affect the way that your teenagers are thinking about the world to the degree that TikTok is. And now the fact is they're openly saying they're going to be on the misinformation, disinformation hunt. Look, Harris, I think we all know what happens when companies start to behave in this way. They tend to target only one side of the conversation, and they are completely happy to let all sorts of other misinformation, disinformation, and even threats continue to be hosted on their platforms.
Now, I know Fox News did not just completely out themselves. We know what happens when Fox News, okay, you're a fucking company, Fox News, only wants to stay on one side of the story. Okay, cool, same thing you always fucking do. You know why you're mad? Because people like me are actually speaking out. And I am so dangerous because I'm spreading misinformation. Oh, why? Because I'm not asleep like the rest of you who want to just sit here and believe what the government tells us, because they say, oh my god, we need more government help on TikTok. Let me tell you something. TikTok may be owned by China, but the American version, the shit that we see, is ran by ByteDance, which is based out of Texas. I have a friend, two friends, who just did an interview with Forbes magazine talking about the dangers of this app, the American version, for allowing underage inappropriate content and keeping the files, which is underage porn. And that has nothing to do with China. That has everything to do with America. They allow this behavior. So stop blaming China for this shit.
I just want to say real fast, don't be a person that's woke and talk down to people who not woke. You know what I mean? I agree with everything she said, but then when she was like all of you who believe everything, I'm not going to say all of you because I'm not being direct. And all of you can offend someone who's watching this and think I'm talking about them. And even if you aren't woke, I'm not here to put you down. I'm here to let you know, bro, this door always open. And come slide through sometimes once or twice and see what we talking about. It might help you. But I'm never going to come at y'all and be like, man, you not woke and this and that and you believe in it. I'm not about to come like that. But I agree with what she's saying. And if you really listen to the language that that dude is saying, he really pissed because their way of living and their rules and the stuff they teaching doesn't hold as much weight as what TikTok giving you. Because if you go to Instagram and you type in Paris and France or whatever, you won't see the riots. You see the Eiffel Tower, you see people taking selfies, the tourists and stuff. But you go to TikTok, you're gonna see all of that. You're gonna see all of that, bro. You type in UFOs on Instagram and it might not pop up too much or nothing here and there. You go to TikTok and type in UFO, bro, you about to get all the top videos of the UFOs. Stuff that might even just happen 5 minutes ago. I'm just saying, if you really listen to what this dude is saying, what he's saying is they losing power. TikTok is outdoing them. Too much information, that true information, is getting put to the public, and not enough of their misinformation is not getting to the public as much, or getting to the youth, the people who they're really trying to influence, because that's the youth of that's the future of the world. That's the future of the world. That's what he really saying.
This is the start of the climate wars. Jackson, Mississippi has no drinkable water and will not indefinitely. Their main water reservoirs failed. So they have no water pressure to fight fires, to flush toilets, to take showers, to drink. They just don't have it. And they're being told, the citizens of Jackson, that if they do have water, running water in their house, not to even touch it, because it's the raw water from the reservoir. So it's not filtered, nothing. It's just being pushed through the pipes. While they did say they're going to start distributing water for drinking, bathing, cooking, things like that, this is the scene in front of the governor's mansion. Yeah. Tate Reeves has his very own personal water truck just tapped right into the governor's mansion. That's the future, where the rich have resources and the poor are struggling with sewage.
We are being told to expect little or no water for an undetermined amount of time. Shoppers raced to this Walmart for bottled water last night, only to find empty shelves. All Jackson public schools are switching to virtual learning indefinitely, and the lieutenant governor says, our understanding is the water and sewer system serving 250,000 citizens of the state and numerous businesses is at the brink of collapsing.
It means the city cannot produce enough water to fight fires, to reliably flush toilets.
In some parts.
You know what that shit tell me? The world is a very messed up place because out of all these artists, that's whether you want to talk about whatever artists, rap artists, scene, country, whatever. All these athletes, whether you play soccer, basketball, baseball, like, yeah, whatever. Why haven't they put no money into Jackson, Mississippi? I'm sure they know that this stuff be going on. Just as they didn't put, what? They didn't fix the water in, what's that city? It's like in Detroit or something. Flint, Michigan. Like, yeah, just like that. And I'm sure that that's them the only two that, them ain't the only two that has that issue. But it's just kind of crazy that we live in that type of world where these people getting all these millions and they quick to jump on the gram and stuff and show off all their money and rewards. But like, bro, the real, what are you really doing with your life? Like, what are you really doing with your time here on this planet? Straight up. Like, why you ain't helping somebody? And I'm not trying to say you gotta give it all up, but I'm sure you could do something. I mean, damn, Michael Jordan just sold the Charlotte Hornets to a majority group. Why some of them majority group, instead of going to buy a damn basketball arena, a basketball team, why they didn't go help them? Like, yeah. Anyways, man, that's a wrap on this video. I'm just saying, I'm just ranting things that don't make sense to me. Because let this channel get to a certain amount of people and we get our community get big enough, bro. There's times where I'ma just, if I got it like that, I'ma go help. I'ma go do these things. And some of my supporters in this community, if y'all want to tag along, bro, y'all want to come with me, bro, that's what we gonna do. Like, we gonna heal the world in our way, the ways we can, and the opportunities we can give and things like that, rather than waiting on somebody else to do it. Like, yeah. We gonna push the culture forward. We're not gonna wait on nobody to do it for us. We gonna help if nobody else gonna do it, because, yeah, gotta hold yourself accountable at some point in time. But anyways, if y'all like this video, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're new to the channel and you like this type of content, man, make sure that's what you're doing. You like, comment, you subscribing, and you hitting that bell so you're always notified. But with no further ado, I'm gonna let y'all up out of here. We had a long video, so till I see you on the next one, we gone.